Blue Sky Suite. Hey folks, afternoon. Hey, what about this morning? Did you enjoy it? I think we all did, judging by the feedback that we're getting. It was a fantastic show. If you missed it, this morning we were honoured to be able to wave farewell to Nivedita Baeshin today from Terminal 2, flying out her Dreamliner for the very last time from London Heathrow back to Delhi, we had a great time with her in the briefing. She did the walk around of the aircraft. She gave some great knowledge to people as well. She's a real advocate for sustainable fuel, which is a wonderful thing, because I'm a big believer in that as well. In little increments that we're doing it at, but that will take. That will move very quickly forward, I think. But a wonderful show anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. This afternoon, this is something completely different from somebody for their last time going out of Heathrow. This is somebody for their first time coming into Heathrow. We're going to call him Pilot Mike for now. He is at controls of this 747-8IF. A beautiful aircraft made by Boeing as a freighter. It's not a converted aircraft at all, and we'll talk about that as well as and when the show goes on, in terms of the aircraft and its history, and the wonderful thing that this 747-8 freighter is. I will say one thing: as far as I'm aware, until this 777X is brought into service, this is currently the longest aircraft in service, but it is amazing because I think the 777X is about that much longer. Honestly, I think it's a very short amount, unless I'm mistaken, but I did read about it somewhere that it is it's not like 3 meters or something like that, but a very interesting historical run through to, got some great banking shots out of 209 right. That's another thing, folks. This is new to us still, relatively. I think, Jilly, this is the first time we've had dual runway operations on 09s. Because we've got some great rotate stuff going out. We get them going out there, well, there's a Virgin Dreamliner going out now, and we've got one coming in now. So here we go then, and let's talk about Pilot Mike. I'll give the name of the crew and all of that, and the kind of weight that he's carrying. Not him. He's not a large fellow. I mean the aircraft, of course. Yeah, so he is currently halfway across the channel. Middelburg, he's just passed over, I think, Rotterdam way. So whatever is this inbound now? I think it looked kind of A350-ish at a glance. Nope, so it is a Singapore 350, there we go. Now let's see where he touches down, because I said to Mike, if he can touch down as close to the first keys as possible. He's quite high in sky, you see, so he'll disappear off. I don't know. Yeah, just got him. That's the shot we want. And then he will exit quite early, and I'm absolutely positive that he will taxi. See, this guy's getting off there, man. Look how early that is. The Jumbo, I think, as she's carrying freight, I don't quite know exactly what's coming off her here, but he said they may be empty-ish going out back to Paris. And then on to, where is it, Chile? The final destination? Back to Dubai. Okay. Yeah. But interestingly enough, it's this is one of those. I think Virgin were the first guys to sort of like give it a name, the ULH. I mean, we know that the A350 has a ULH ultra long haul variant that's, I don't know that, has anyone taken delivery of any of the ULHs? Because we saw Singapore Airlines, didn't we, at Toulouse that time. We saw that was in its primer, but whether they actually put any into service, I don't know. But anyway, I digress. The ultra long haul for the pilots, whereby they don't get off the aircraft, they have to stay on the aircraft for purely for safety and COVID restrictions, blah blah blah. So they will then obviously have to stay on the aircraft. But it's a good opportunity for me to speak to Mike as well. He's landing the aircraft. He's going to try and see if he can take it out. He's got a great crew with him. Oh, hello. Stand by. Missed that. Japan triple. Nice. Yeah. Routing via Dubai to Hong Kong, yeah? Or... Oh, you wait till we get some moisture on that runway. Listen to that. Nice. Look at that shot, man. That's what we want to see back at Heathrow, isn't it? Hey? Good quality heavy traffic. He's run it all the way up there, hasn't he? What time? Don't say 7 a.m. Oh, well, we're going live tomorrow afternoon, aren't we? That's the plan. Try and get JetBlue. So the aircraft, folks, if you're looking it up on any of your radars, is CPA, Cathay Pacific Airways, I guess, 3137. Her reg is Bravo dash Lima Juliet India, Boeing 747-8I freighter. And had a great conversation, great chat with Scotty Bateman, of course, ex-747 pilot. He's flown the 747-8 before as well, and knows his way around a jumbo, that's for sure. But a very interesting story about, I want to tell you a story, a very interesting, historical read on Wikipedia. They tried to do the 747-500, I think it was, or just whatever they... I think originally they had the 747X when they were thinking of improving the 747-200, 300, the 300 with the additional stretched upper deck. But they came up with the idea of the X. That didn't really, because of lack of orders and interest, that didn't really happen. And then they came up with this wacky idea of the 747X, which if you look online, it looks peculiar because this was a 747 basically with Dreamliner wings on it. And it does look very odd from front on. So they quickly threw that one out, scrambled it up into a ball of paper and threw it in the bin, filed it under B. But the 747-8 was developed after the Dreamliner, and a lot of technology from the Dreamliner. And one of the most noticeable parts is the Gen X engines, same engines as the Dreamliner. I did hear that some of the avionics and maybe some of the cockpit glass stuff, it's still got the traditional brown cockpit 747, very familiar brown cockpit look to it. But the wings are bigger and thicker. Hey man, what's that? That's a bleeding drone, mate. What is that? That's a drone. That's a drone, man, I'm telling you. Stand by, stand by. Oh, man, I'm not going to be able to get it, am I? Why is that doing that? go. Sorry, folks. Sorry. Oh, no, it's not. No, no. Sorry. It just looked like it was hovering. Oh, look, it's the, that was in this morning when I was seeing Nivadita out. I know some people might think it's a bit naughty calling it, but I think it's beautiful. But I do call it the graffiti plane because it's like, you know, the A316 underpass at Hackney Cross or whatever you call it. I don't know, but you know, but a beautiful piece of graffiti, and of course, not meaning any disrespect to the artist or what it represents. What does it represent? It's celebrating something, isn't it, Jilly? Has it got it on it? Anything? Anyway, so yeah, bigger, beefier wings on the 747-8. I think year of Arabic calligraphy. There we go, and we'll get a shot of that going out any moment now. That's an interesting. Is that cargo jet over there, Julie? Is that the one you had coming in? That's unmarked, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's unmarked. Oh, is it? Is that ABX's 767? Oh, right. Okay. There she is. Yeah. There's the ABX. Yeah. Okay. There is another. Yeah. There's cargo jet. There. Look. There's his tail there. Yeah. There's two 767s in town. Nice to see Japan Airlines bring their 777 in. You've got to have a 777. Do like a triple. In fact, funny enough, I've got the T-shirt on today, haven't I? I've got Bigfoot on. We've got to do a T-shirt for Nivadita though. We have to do that. Okay, yeah, Iberia just bringing a 321 in today then, yeah? Is that a 321? 320? And also, today, interestingly enough, as a special guest on Big Jet TV, will be one of our members who has booked here at the Hyatt, and he's landing on BEA in about half an hour. Right, okay, he's over London and he's on his way. 747 867 freighter is the absolute. Just bring this up in. CPA 3137 tracking north of Brentwood. Is that turning in on the back right now? That's not him, is it? That's a long way out. That's Essex, isn't it? Brentwood, Essex. So that's just something. Looks like he's. Well, I don't know though. It's quite big. Not going head on yet. Do you know what, Jilly? Do you know what I have? Do you know what I have? Another. Oh, is he? The load master. Oh, really? Oh, that's hilarious. No, I'm just thinking that this, because we won't be able to see the loading or anything. We won't be able to see the pushback. We won't be able to see it taxiing down to the runway. But we'll see it from here, powering out along there, you know, and going up as early as, you know, crazy as whatever, if he's like. I think we'll stay where we are. I think we'll stay where we are. Yeah. Okay, north of Brentford, so he's a long way out. Am I going to catch him tracking from my north? When he's north of me, let's just have a little look. Yes. Right. So they're just getting everything in place, because you don't just fly a plane into an airport and that's it. You have to check your check-in. You've got new people working behind the check-in counters. You've got to set all of that up. You've got to do trial runs, make sure that all the baggage handling and all that kind of stuff, baggage handlers as well. You have to consider all of that when you start in an airline. You don't just turn up, sling the bags out on the tarmac and say, there you go, mate, sort it out. Mind you, you could have an airline like that. It's Yorkshire Airlines. If it's outside Yorkshire, it's not bloody worth going. Yeah. Outside toilet bolted onto the outside of the plane. Absolutely fantastic. Right, good afternoon, everybody. Paul Skilly, good day. Exploring with me, Dave. Lee Davies, Keith Cornell, Glenn Knowles, Sarah Deal, Ian Shakeshaft, good day to you. Jazz M, Sarah Deal, Eve Hosgood. The BEA is coming in, question mark. Yes, Sarah, and it's got one of our members on it who's staying right here at the Hyatt Place. By the way, folks, just to let you know that if you are a member of Big Jet TV, you get the opportunity to get a package deal with these guys at Hyatt Place. A very simple way of booking it, and by doing that you get access to the Blue Sky Suite. Unfortunately not out here just yet, because obviously for health and safety reasons, as you can see, that railing is not really high enough to allow more than sort of like one person out here. So but inside there, a fantastic view out onto what you're seeing here, and then, of course, the other thing to bear in mind, and there's the ops boys. They were there this morning, weren't they, looking after us? Wow, didn't they do a great job with that drive-by? We followed the Dreamliner, folks. If you haven't seen it, the ops guys really looked after us. I have to say a big, massive thank you to everybody involved. And trust me, there are a lot of people on the Air India side, on the Heathrow Airport side, and on the press side as well, all coming together and doing a fantastic job for us. And the ops guys, I really cannot thank them enough for and of course, not just the ops guys, but the ops team, the team leader, for allowing it to happen and putting making it happen. Really a great deal from those guys, and I really do appreciate it. And I'm thanking you on behalf of the viewers here on Big Jet TV, because that's what it's all about, and we cannot thank them enough. Jazz M and A triple behind me. Is that old? Let's just have a little look here. Coming up to Harrow, Keith Grafton. Jeffrey Phillips, just seen a Cathay 747 flying over, heading your way. Incidentally, this morning, the Air India flight was the most tracked aircraft on flight radar at the point when we were out on the tarmac. So that was just fantastic to hear as well. And I'm looking forward to putting a little edit together for Nivedita, not just for us, but mainly for her as a keepsake, to remind her of what a wonderful day she had here, saying goodbye to everybody in the ops team and the lovely crew there. Did you see the crew? They had all their PPE equipment on and that. They're, you know, really well looked after. You know, it might seem a little bit, when you fly in a situation like that, it might seem a little bit, how would you say it? A bit, sterile, should I say, but it's just there looking after you by keeping you safe. Oh, hello. There's something approaching from the south, isn't it? Let's just have a little look here. Jazz M 777 is on finals now. Mike's behind me, is he? Oh, do. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Check it out. I want to see if I get him banking. It's going to be a long way before he banks. How far's that 777 out, Gilly, that ANA? Okay, so I've still got a little while yet. He's got to go all the way out to Windsor and make a left. Because he's still quite high, isn't he? Got the triple in sight. That's a shame. Like to he's still definitely descending there. He's definitely on. Still got a long way before he starts to turn, I think. Okay, let's get this 777. Oh, no, wait. No, he's not turning yet. I thought I looked for a second, it looked like, let's just get my position here. It's not doing it, is it? Doesn't like it. Don't like it. Want that one? Okay, here we go. ANA 777. Well, he's quite high, isn't he? I did message him, asked him to put it down on the first set of keys if he can. Looking after those engines. Big old barn door flaps on her, look. Just imagine the braking power of those flaps is just insane, but also not just the braking power, but also the assembly of those flaps to be able to withstand the pull. The engineering that goes into developing something that can withstand such forces. He's going all the way down. He's going all the way down because he kind of lives down there, doesn't he? Is that a 10 pushing? Oh no, it's 350. Great start up today as well, eh? Great start up the electric start, I think, if I'm right in saying electric start on the old Dreamliner, so you don't get that. So it's not bleed air being exhaled. It's just fantastic, isn't it? So, next up, Sam Beck, ANA have sent a load of 777 300ERs to Mojave Desert to be scrapped. Well, they bought a brand new, see, look how, blimey, it's crazy how derated that. That's insane how slow the bleed. I'm going to tighten this up a little bit, I think. God bless you. Let's just give that a little bit more. Look at it. Oh, we're going to get a great shot of him going out. Look at that, Jilly. Because if we go up the other end, all you're going to see is a tree and a, you know, and the end of the aircraft, you know, the tail of it. Hold on a minute. Okay, I do need to. I'm going to move this plant. I'm not going to break it. All right, don't get upset. I'm just going to move it in there. Stay there, fella. Now, what's he doing, breaking bushes? The birds won't be able to nest in it. Brilliant. People are great, aren't they? Very few, very small minority of people. Thankfully, we have, and you remember, Adrienne, is it? Adrienne C. Good morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Adrienne, have I got that right? Is that Adrienne? It's a lady, it's a girl, so, or maybe it's Adrienne, but the way it's spelt is not Adrienne, if you know what I mean. Anyway, welcome, Adrienne. Tell me now. That's an old girl, isn't it? But it isn't. Have I got one in before it, Jilly? Have I got one in before it? Yeah. That's what I thought, because I've looked. Wow, he's gone a long way down there, hasn't he? So, what was the total? Let me just have a quick look here. Okay, it gave us the weights, didn't it? Landing weight 325 tons, ladies and gentlemen, of this Boeing 747. Quite what she's got coming off, we don't know. Where she's going to park, we don't know. Whether it's going to be right at the end there, or see if we can. There's certainly nothing going on it from what, as far as we know. Yeah, there's much stuff down there that's being readied for a couple of ULDs there, or cans as they call them. You need cans to tell the one you care for. That was the bloke who said, I want to tell you a story, wasn't it? That's Bygrams. Bushes sprung back at it. Pardon, mate. Hold on. Listen, man, I have to ask you to Ah, Jenny Westcott, right, okay. going to be angry if that Aegean rolls down the runway a little bit further and gets stuck. Shall I take this exit? No, I'll go a little bit further, shall I? Go on, a little bit further, mate. Keep going. Don't take that exit. He's going to take that exit. He's going to take, of course he's going to take it. Good lad. Okay, Boeing 747. Pilot Mike, ladies and gentlemen, at the controls. Captain Stefan Van Wyck in the left-hand seat. First Officer Adam. Second Officer Tendai and Nione, I think it is. Tendai Nione is the second officer. Here we go. Did you? He ran it all the way up on the reverses. Good lad. Gen X engines, by the way, folks. Noticeable difference between the Gen X engine and the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 is the fan blades is the really sort of like noticeable thing, unless of course it's got the sticker on the side, in which case you know it's a roller or a Gen X motor. Yeah, carbon blades on the Gen X power plant with titanium leading edges, I think they have, and all titanium blown blades on the Rolls-Royce power plant. Blown blades, I mean, they are literally a bit like blowing glass. Go on, mate, turn right, turn right, turn right. Don't go all the way over there. Oh, he's going all the way over there, isn't he? It's easier for him, isn't it? Because he's very close to that exit point. And also he will have to. Of course, we've got an active runway now, so he may have to. There's not a lot of activity. Not a lot of activity on the southern runway, is there? But will he cross the runway directly, more or less opposite that taxiway that he's using now? Not sure which one it is. Great landing, by the way. Yeah, the whole thing was brilliant, wasn't it? Reverses, the lot. 320 plus tons though, landing weight. Okay, so we'll wait for him to emerge. Is this BEA? Is this BEA? I just got a glance. No, no. I just sent him a message. Bosh. Oh really? It's the funniest thing ever, man, I'm telling you. I brought it to your attention though. Here we go, Qatar triple going out. Up you go, girl. Up you go. Just start to get an idea of when they come out about there. There we go. Plus the other position, Jilly. If he's uber light, he's going to go up like a flipping DHL 757, isn't he? Or Richard Branson's spaceship. He's going to Paris, so he'll make a right turn, won't he? Not this guy, but when Mike goes out. BEA, Jilly, BEA. Don't want to miss him. Back of the sack. PG Aviation, that's very kind of you. An MBE for aviation and entertainment services to the public. Bless you. If I was gonna give it to anyone, it'd be you though, GP. You know, if we were gonna, if we had the choice of one, it would be like, really, you know, the amount of thrashings you get, and you know. No, it's no rewards necessary. We just need cat food, and see how much longer he cat food and kittens. Yeah. And that's their 10, isn't it? Aircraft on approach. I always remember when the Dreamliner first came out, and I drive up the M25, you know, if I'm travelling from down south, coming up to London on surveys and stuff like that. And I'd see these things approaching Heathrow, and I'd be like, wow, look at the wing on that thing. That's insane, man. It looked like, you know, especially when they were on approach with their gear down, look very odd when they're on approach with their gear down. But once they're airborne like that, they're just majestic, gracious, beautiful aircraft. But I was always like, I always put it down to the fact that the longer the wing, which is why a glider works so well, isn't it? You know, oh look, it's a little ERJ, is it? It's Captain Paul's plane, isn't it? Hello, have you been on my Embraer, oh yeah? That was actually facing me at T2 when I walked through the terminal this morning. Not that one maybe, but ERJ. Oh, that is fantastic. Really? Cat food. Triple going. Just the dreamies. What's this? Nice, look at that. What's behind me, Jelly? How far's that Dreamliner? Got him, got him, got him. Come on, son. Nice and early. Oh, someone on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook asking about the VX1 camera that this is being filmed on right now, top right hand side of your screen. You see it pop up every now and then. Panasonic VX1, folks. Somebody on Facebook asking for tips on it. I'll be honest with you, just go through all the settings and figure out what you want on and what you want off. But other than that, put it on full auto, yeah, with the IA setting that's on the menu, the IA setting, and just point and shoot. Sorry. She is there, I see her. Oh yeah, little BA is a little fella, isn't he? Yes, yes. When they retire what in November? No. Oh yeah, they were thinking of putting it up at Duxford, weren't they? It's a little bit tight. It's a little bit tight. It's Chris, isn't it? Who's on this? Staying in the big 5-metre long window room. 5.5 metres the window, folks. That is the rooms for the package deal, by the way. Only available Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So I don't know why Chris is here on a oh, he's taxied out down Sierra, isn't he? But if there's no meetings going on in the Blue Sky Suite, you can try it, and that's obviously what Chris has done. Given them the date and the day that he wanted, they checked, make sure there's no meeting going on in the Blue Sky Suite. Knock yourself out. Great eating facilities, great eatery. Everything's contained right here. And you want to come up to the Blue Sky Suite, bring with you a nice glass of Chardonnay or whatever it might be. ABX 767 freighter, by the way, folks, that white one that you've just seen going out there. What? So, did hear I don't know if it was a rumour or what, but possibility that this aircraft might end up at Duxford. They'll be able to land that at Duxford, won't they? Easy. It'll look great again next to the VC10, BOAC VC10 up there, isn't it? I think. In the is it in the land or in the, or is it BOAC? No, it's I think it's. There's our jumbo over there, folks. Let me just check. I say. Let's just have a little look. Bye. So we'll have a little look, because last time we were here, the nose came up, didn't it? And we missed it. I'm just trying to get over to him now, see if I can determine whether is the main cargo deck door open yet. I don't think it is. It's a BOAC VC10, is it? Oh, okay, yeah. That means, because I did leave him some stickers out, didn't I? That means that he'll it's the champions. I'm going to call them that because they deserved it, man. Worthy winners. Which one was it, Gilly, that carried the trophy, or the players? Was it Echo Mike or something like that? Okay, that's Mike Oscar, isn't it? I don't think it was that one. Bish, bosh, bash. Okay. Let's just move this a little bit ways over here so that I can read your comments a little bit better. 1 second, please. There we go. Sorry, folks. Sorry. My apologies. Come on, lad. Let's put it on there then, shall we? Yeah. Sorry, a little bit of microphone noise going on here, folks. Mike Charlie, okay. So that was Mike Oscar, wasn't it? Okay, there we go. Haywood Steve, good afternoon to you folks. Valerie Dickens, when is BEA retiring? November, we're hearing, Valerie. And, well, who was it said the other day that they might be, way easy, son. You try that one now, are you? Bainser, there he is. He's on there. Sat on the BEA 21-year-old bird for the first flight in nearly 2 years has me like a kid at Christmas. Fantastic. Bainser, fantastic. Well, when you get here to the hotel, then get yourself up to the Blue Sky Suite. Unfortunately, you can't come out here, but I'd be more than happy to come and say hello and have a cup of coffee with you. Those GSS 7478F that were painted in BA colours, I think they flew them into Stansted. Yeah, Oh, okay. So how many of those were? I thought that was just a. It was British Airways cargo, wasn't it? Why didn't they carry that on, man? Ben Brown, delivery front. GTTNN has returned to Toulouse from Chateauroux after storage before being delivered soon. Okay. TTNN, is that a 350? With I'm guessing, is that another 350 with or a 321 Neo or what is it coming out of Toulouse? It wouldn't be a 321, would it be a 320? So that would be coming out of Hamburg if it was a 321. So probably a 350, I imagine. Lingus 321 Neo on finals. Got you on that one, Sonia. Thank you very much indeed. Healthy Chick. British European Airways, Healthy Chick. British European Airways. That was then merged with BOAC, British Overseas Airways Corporation, to form British Airways, which is why they had the retro finishes in the Landor and the Negus livery as well, which one came after other. I think it was Boac, then Negus, and then the other one, I think. That Landor was the last one before the current one, I think, perhaps. Keith Cornell, Ben Brown get BEA in Duxford Park next to BEA Trident. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that's a good little display, the BEA Trident. Come on, get up there. And when COVID's letting us go on to and have a look around aeroplanes, which a lot of them obviously are not at the moment, but once the restrictions are a long way down the road, we're going to be saying before, I think, we can all go and muscle our way in. Excuse me, sorry, yes. Excuse me, sorry, excuse me. Just trying to, having a look around aircraft. What they'll do is they'll just open it at the front and then let people walk through, but ask them not to stop and, a bit like a traffic jam. Just keep moving along the bus there, please, ladies and gentlemen. That'd be the way to do it, wouldn't it? And then you can have people on board, can't you? Sort of like, because I think these days people are kind of understandable. If they've got markings on the floor, please stay, at a respectable distance. Maybe not 2 meters, but at a respectable distance. It's funny, isn't it? When you go and stand in a queue now, Julie, you copy? Yeah. When you go and stand in a queue, right? It's funny when you think that, what did you used to do? Did you used to go right up to people behind them, like really close? I can't remember. But it is peculiar anyway, whatever, to think about things like that. Jay Delmo tuning in from Toronto. Good day to you, my friend. I'm hoping that we can get out to Canada at some point in the future. Look at that, Aer Lingus and Aer Lingus. We're obviously looking at it on a daily basis. Is there some kind of announcement coming in the next few days or something from the US, we believe, about travel restrictions? Biden's gonna sort something out. I think one of the boys from the East End found it out. Say, sort it out, son. And he's gone. It was Merkel, was it? Okay. You must sort it out. Yeah, but that's they keep saying the whole of Europe and the UK. It's like, man, we're in Europe. Okay, we're not in the EU, but just, we're still in Europe. I mean, come on, guys. Anyway, don't cut out the opportunity to earn income. Netherlands. Isn't that? NL is Netherlands, isn't it? Oh. Newfoundland? November. Oh my God, no. Joan, no. Haley Barron, floated down like a cloud. John Grinham. He's got the big foot on there, hasn't he? You see, look. See, look, folks. Bigfoot. That is 777 main undercarriage. Designed by me, laid out by Jilly. I'm gonna lay you out. Yeah, very well photoshopped to retain a lot of the cabling and hosing, because you've got to have the hoses, man. It's a bit. Somebody called it. Was it punk art or something? Was it punk? Steampunk, isn't it? Steampunk, I think. Oh, hello. Hold on. 3:30. Nice. Here we go. Droopy undercarriage. Getting off there. It's getting off there. Yeah, one of the ops guys this morning came up to me, Scottish fella. He was on the at Stansted with the ops team when we did the Volga Dnieper IL-76. Remember the rocket, when we did that rocket, when they were shipping out some GE parts in a container at night? Did it at night back in the days with the old camera, you know, when you used to have to use flash and all that. No, I'm joking. Yeah, really grainy and settings. Didn't really know my way around the camera. Not that I really know my way around it now, but I do know what I need to do in terms of. All it is the scenery setting, more so than any other settings. White balance. You don't have any of those sort of like setups in the camera, as far as I'm aware. I mean, there are different settings for brightness and contrast and all that sort of thing. But to be honest with you, as it is stock, it's a great camera. I'll be talking about it on the layover with Scott Bateman and the team on Sunday night, folks. If anyone's interested in tuning in to that, it's after the Grand Prix, so I'm sure we'll all have about. It says it takes about 35 minutes, but the way I was yakking onto him yesterday, it ended up being about an hour and a half, because there's a lot to talk about, isn't there? It's good, that's all. Gamble responsibly. whole plates are burning up here. I should have brought my flip-flops. Okay, so main deck door is open. There we go. You can just about see the just above the left-hand horizontal stabilizer. Right, there we go. A Phoenix Night Rose. If anything, they need to visit Gander and the Retro Airport. Gander and the Retro. Well, you know, I mean, to be honest with you, that's why I also love the idea of going to Anchorage, because at Anchorage you get a massive variety of aircraft there, from, like, you know, old DC-3s and DC-6s, and but 747 freighters. Apparently the super freighter, what is it? The 747 Strato. You know, the 747 equivalent, the Boeing equivalent of the Beluga. It's called the Super. Some Strato something or. So just oh, Rob 747, very much so, mate. He got some Skechers trainers on. You know, I'm not in it to sell stuff, folks. But you know, anything that, it's a bit like the camera that we use, the Teradek that we use, the equipment that I use. I will always recommend it purely on the basis that it is very heavily tried and tested. And as far as footwear goes, if you've got a bad back or you just like a bit of comfort, get yourself some Skechers. Try a cheap pair, because the cheap ones are just as comfortable as the expensive ones. So it is recommended. God bless you. John Grinham, cloudy and a bit in Birmingham. Dreamlifter, Rob 747, there we go. The Dreamlifter, of course it is. They're all gonna come in now. Matthew, Korean Air 907 Heavy, 777-300, we will reach their top of descent momentarily, Matthew. Okay, thank you for that. Let's just have a look and see if I can find it. Yeah, operated by Atlas Air. Very rightly saying, Linda Sherman there. On a wet lease. Interesting. So that means that Atlas Air provide the crew for the aircraft as well. That's very interesting, because that is the general procedure when you're leasing an aircraft. You can either have what's called a dry lease or a wet lease. A dry lease is where the operator will provide their own crew, and or a wet lease where the operator, the lessee company, or the lessor, I think it is, the lessor, will provide the crew themselves, which is quite surprising, because well, it just must be cheaper on a wet lease basis than it is on a dry lease, I'm guessing. It's interesting. So it looks like pretty standard freight coming off of it. Actually, I don't know. Interesting looking packages in terms of, either that it's an optical illusion. I think it might be an optical illusion. But crew not allowed off the aircraft, folks. So they can probably just go outside on the steps, I'd imagine. Get a bit of fresh air. Have an oily rag if you're like my dad, but mind you, you're not allowed to smoke in that environment, are you? Oh, really? I thought it was just a flat out. What, on board, like passengers? No. Sonia Keenan, Virgin 787-9, due 6 minutes from Shanghai. Thank you, Sonia. Les Tankard, Malcolm Clenton and Barry Quinlan, obviously letting me know about the Dreamlifter. Rob 747, there we go. Oh, I didn't know that sports stuff. Anyway, Melody Strato Tanker is the one that I did get it wrong. The Strato Tanker is the huge, great big thing, which is a tanker. Homie the man. Crazy tides in Anchorage. Healthy chick. Surely you'd have to have a very sealed off compartment for smokers, wouldn't you? You couldn't have that load of flipping smoke going around the cabin, unless you're like literally you have a very strong, powerful system of cleaning the air in there. But even so, man, you're still going to smell it, aren't you? Hello, unmarked 320. Who's this then? Is that Titan or something? Oh, Bulgaria Air. Blimey. They must be literally short haul routes that are going from one, yeah. And also, you're obviously given the option, look, do you want a smoking or a non-smoking flight? Isn't it? BA 319 also on approach. I think Harry Butler, is that maybe the one? No, that's the one behind it, I think. A380, 2 hours away, Matthew saying. Well, that may, Matthew, thank you. I appreciate that. David Battison, I think that might work. Harry Butler, no livery. Yeah. Now that's an example of a lease aircraft. I think that will be Bulgaria Air, but that will be probably on either a dry or a wet lease. You just don't know at this stage. But Bulgaria Air, obviously, short of an aircraft. Maybe an aircraft's gone tech, or whatever reason it might be. Did somebody tell me a little while ago that apparently they're planning to get that Jet Airways 777 back in the air at Schiphol? Yeah, someone told me that. Yeah. I mean, fair play, because that's yeah, I think I did, but that is a massive project, isn't it? Because you think of the fact that it's sat there through all that weather, heat and cold, unprotected. Didn't look like she had engine covers on when we saw her last time at Schiphol. So, you know, you've got infestation of, like, you know, insects and stuff like that all going in the engines, birds nesting in there. The aircraft also, if it hasn't been suitably looked after, or the interior of the aircraft is what's really important, because those things rot very, very quickly. Thank you, Matthew. A380 Expo Opportunity livery, Emirates livery. Which colour is this one? Didcot Twist. Is the BA380 that moving around the one that was moving around the other day while you were on air? Probably Didcot Twist. There she is over there. She's probably just got her. Has she maybe got her transponder on? Is that why she's still on radar? But she's been sitting there since. Good to see a BA380, isn't it? That is a good thing to see. You know? Yeah. But we would welcome her with open arms. Oh yeah, of course, Oh, Dave Morgan, look, Nivedita just crossing the border of Turkmenistan with Afghanistan, 2 hours out from Delhi. Fantastic, thank you, Dave. Rab H, yes, we are staying until the Cathay departs, so there we go. But most definitely, any resurgence for Jet Airways at this stage is from what I'm hearing, the most that one can expect would be for a regional operation to start up with Jet Airways and not the international services. So quite what's happening with that 777, maybe it's been sold. I must be honest with you, there are probably a lot more 777-300s that you could buy, which would be in a lot better condition, because you don't want to have to spend 10 million putting the thing back together again, do you? Unless you got it for a crazy price. Wow. Now that's either a spider that's a little spider that's when I'm talking about a little spider, I'm talking about a money spider. That's either a money spider that's a new breed and it's got wings, or it's weaving a web and it's just floating around all over the place, because this thing is just flying. This little spider that's crawling all over the camera, he must be trying to weave a web. But he's so light that he's getting all blown around in the wind, isn't he? It looks like he's flying. Looks like a fly. I thought it was a fly at first. Anyway, whatever. Look at that bank. Oh my goodness me. It's the best picture. It's definitely picture of the day, mate. Definitely picture of the day. No doubt about it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could have given them the time that it actually happened on there, couldn't you? Cathay Boeing 747-8 has a long day, started at 0650 in Hong Kong to Dubai, then to here, John Robinson. Then she's heading to Charles de Gaulle, and then on to, oh, hello. Oh, go on, start up, mate, start up. Fire it up. No, I don't think. So Ben's saying the JetBlue due out 3 p.m. tomorrow, Jim. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. What operations are they likely to be on? Because if they're on 2.7s, that would be really handy, because they'd go out of the northern, wouldn't they? Anyone just wondering? Oh, I think he is. I think he is going out, is he? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Do what? Is it still? It's still only a reconnaissance flight, though, isn't it? Clive Clark wanting to go on Virgin again. I think we all do, Clive. Right. Anchorage cam still not straight. Something like that, yeah. 321 as well, don't forget. Not going to be as fast as a big jet, is it? Oh! Nah, they'll let it land, mate. They'll let it land, even if it's 3 in the morning. Yeah, they would do. Yeah. It's 24/7 here, isn't it? They have to man the tower in case of diversion, like. Huh? Very true. But I have heard of aircraft coming in early. Yeah. Possibly not so much the tower, Jilly, but the people that are handling the aircraft. Hey, I know I've just noticed it, Jilly, but that's Qatar's 330 again, the Pax jet. So they brought that in again. You what? No, that one would have just normally, oh, hello. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. That's the first time we've seen this, isn't it? Royal Air Maroc One World livery. No. Right. Yeah. Mm. 6Y, I think you can come in early, but it'll cost you an eye-watering fee. There you go.
Yeah, because you obviously have to have handling crews and all that kind of stuff that will have to stay and be paid and so on and so forth. Is that still stuff coming off? Yep. Oh, is it? Well, how? Oh, sorry, folks. How are you going to do that? It's impossible, isn't it? We have a new member, Blue Max. Blue Max is a new member. What's that? Oh, Phoenix Night Rose, there we go. Wants to know the layout of the terminals here at London Heathrow. Well, the big one there is Terminal 5, the most recent and up-to-date terminal. These are satellite terminals still classified as Terminal 5. I think I'm right in saying it. Okay. This here is Terminal 3 and Terminal 2 in that section over there. Now, the walk, ladies and gents, believe me, is monstrous. You're basically in that building there, but to get to all the way to the end of T2, right at the far gates there, it's a long old walk, and that's what we had to do this morning, but it was all worth it. And they have walker-lators, or whatever they call it. So 2 and 3 there, and that very far one as well was, I think that was the one that was built for the Olympics. So this was originally, you know, the 2 and 3 with the gates up to, don't know quite how far it went, but I'm pretty sure that the far end section was built for the Olympics. What you can't see behind that building over there, behind that building is Terminal 4, which is right over the other side of the airfield. And what you're looking at right opposite is the cargo terminal. DHL's area, along with a couple of other operators as well, are down there as well. You can just about see cargo jets 767 parked up down there. This is the area to which the DHL jets get offloaded, and then all along here is where you generally get the other airlines. Should is it Mudgy Olsen? Mudgy Olsen is a new member, welcome. I hope that explains it to you, Phoenix Night Rose. So yes, welcome Blue Max and Mudgy Harry Tallboys. No, this is the second operation of today. Earlier, obviously, we were airside with Air India. If you missed that, folks, grab yourself a look, because it was a great show, I have to say. Some really extremely good words coming from Nivedita, especially about her passion for the future of aviation fuels, sustainable aviation fuels, or as they are known, SAF, standing for Sustainable Aviation Fuels. Trent 7, not making a lot of noise on startup. George Adams, great Air India video this morning, great send-off for close-up. Love the view from the Hyatt. Any plans for a Schiphol visit? George, trust me, as soon as we are able to travel to Europe, we'll be there. You don't need to worry about that. That's something that we are checking on a daily basis. And until everybody sorts this whole thing out about, you know, having an understanding across all borders of what's safe, you know, within reason as well, you know, I think it just needs time, doesn't it? And bear in mind also that oh, okay, so we have a is that on Twitter? Yeah, on messaging. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness me, really? Wow, you want it? Wow, it's not on the ground, is it? Can I see it on the ground? No. Oh man, that is crazy. That's parked a long way up there as well, isn't it? So that'll be on the. Wow. Is that going on or coming off? No, it looks like that. Looks, yeah. Just speaking to Mike now, folks, the pilot who landed that 747. Got an image of one of the pieces of freight that was on it, but it is for our eyes only. Oh, yeah. I'm happy to go and speak to them, mate. I'm happy to go and speak to them. Anybody who, you know, because that's the future, isn't it? It's the future of you know, entrepreneurial ship, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, definitely wait for the edit. Oh, that was what, that was Scotty's, wasn't it? 297. Yes, he was. He was over there. Yes. No, he was over there. So he landed this morning, didn't he? He did land this morning, yeah. But I told him that he'll be coming off too early for me to. Okay, this is a return flight. Okay, yeah, I've got you. It was Chicago, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Just going to loosen that off one tad, folks, just one turn. Who has? A. Marcus Repole, the butter machine A330. Okay, is he talking about the landings because they come down with those big droopy back set of wheels and then the forward set drops, and then I think that's an auto sensor which brings up the speed brakes all in one go. Abby Garvey is the dream. Her dream is to become an air traffic controller. Fantastic, Abby. Keep that dream alive. I've got to just make a slight adjustment with me shoe. Wait a minute. I've sat down all day. I think I'm going to take my shoes off. Yeah, I am on artificial grass. Yeah. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, that's lovely, that is. Oh, blimey. I did half an hour ago. Yeah, whatever. Tracy Byram just flew my first flight in a year. Flew from Toronto to Vancouver on a 737 MAX. Great flight, but flew over a lot of forest fires as flew over a lot of forest fires as passed over the BC interior. Oh dear. Talking about natural disasters, whether you want to call it that. All our friends out in Germany and Holland as well, I believe. Is that your 297 going out now? Yeah, he's climbing already, man. Yeah, all our friends out in Germany, wishing you well. Liège, Gilly. Liège is Belgium, isn't it? Liège was caught up in it as well. So, but wherever they are, and anybody who's going through all of that kind of stuff, because you don't need that, do you? Not with all the COVID stuff going on as well, you know. So heart goes out to you guys, really it does. Just, oh, it's beautiful. Big, full 180 degree bank going on here. Or he's going out 180 degrees, but he's turning 180 degrees. But look at that wing there, man. It's on about a 12 degree bank there, something like that. Maybe a little bit less. Nice. It's where the that flash at the front of the aircraft really comes into play in terms of the livery. Is that because it is obviously a hair flick, it does lend itself well to the sort of like the Speedbird type of, as they don't use the Speedbird anymore like they used to. I think that's the modernised version of the Speedbird. Is that door still up in it? Door is still up. Yeah. Boy, some big old units coming out of there. Boot one! Seoul 777 on finals is the Korean, I'm guessing. Thank you for that, George Adams. Ian Morrison loving the 350 winglets. That's one of the emojis on there. Lorraine Wilmot, gorgeous, beautiful banking. TCC, thank you, Paresh, appreciate it. Gotta love a banking shot, boot one. And that's what we're going to get with this jumbo jet as well. Oh, look, little ERJ going out. Getting a massive glare off this. Let's get rid of that. Any good in what? Anything good in what? Yeah. It's normally him telling us, isn't it? Someone hacked Paul Hodgson's chat. Anything good coming in today? He's the one who tells us everything. Yeah, he should be rolling about now, I think. Or anytime soon. Because he's just taxied out. That's the one we caught. Oh, okay. I've got the Korean, yep. Matthew, Speedbird, best call sign other than Cargo King. Who uses Cargo King? Wow. Matthew, who uses Cargo King as their call sign? Speedbird is a great call sign, isn't it? I love the Americans as well, super heavy and all that kind of stuff. It's just the way I just, if you're going to do it. But then again, I love the English 80s here. Look out. Very Lee Davis, absolutely. It's the ERJ 135, Jerry, the tiny rare one. Yes, Ben Brown, thank you. Paul MK. Lawn darts at the ready. Andy P. Fantastic way to go. Have a look on the BA website. Okay, here we go. 777, folks. Korean. Just appearing now. Oh, the cargo side of China Eastern. We don't see China Eastern cargo in here, do we? Just see China Eastern. Wow, he's gone up steep. Look at it. Display or fly over, probably, innit? Probably a fly past, sort of like, you know. Wouldn't surprise me though if they did if they didn't do a display. The trouble is, do they have clearance over that area to do a display? Because it's over, you know, normally an air display would have to be carried out over a non-populated area, which is why you have that big long separation now between the crowd line and the flight line, just down to health and safety in it, usual old stuff. Wet. Chicago bound, that A330. Chicago is a kind of sound, Chicago. Of course, it's got great people, great contacts, but become great friends with people out in the countries that we visit, wherever we go. It's not like I go there and I'm on my own. There's either people that have contacted us before we go out there who want to meet up, which is fantastic, or we just it always works out. We meet so many nice people along the way when we go overseas, and that's what I miss. I mean, I'm talking about people in the you know, in the who are fans, aviation fans, just like you and I, you know. It's Jay, isn't it, at Ord, at Chicago? Jay Bone, great guy. It's funny, isn't it? When you think of people, you think of, like, when I think of Jay, I think of standing there in a freezing, flipping snow, just getting that downwash on that bank from that 777, man. Remember the big downwash that we had? That's actually quite a heavily watched video on our channel, isn't it, Jilly? That one, downwash, or whatever it was. It was one of the. Oh, was it a jumbo? I thought it was a 777. Maybe it was a jumbo. I thought it was like Emirates or something crazy like that, but it was just a massive. Maybe I'm wrong, actually. Maybe it was a jumbo. Was it Lufthansa 747-8 or something crazy like that? Yes, we did, yeah. Cargolux. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Cargolux jumbo, massive, great big, like, yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, latte, my friend. Latte, no sugar, Bainzer, please. If he's getting it from down in the at the front desk, just tell him it's for me, and I think they'll give it to him for free. Michelle Griffiths, thanks for this morning's show. It was utterly fabulous and quite emotional. It was. Do you know what? When I got back, you know, when I got back into the ops room, and I was like, I miss her. I've only met her for like an hour, but I miss her because she was such a lovely lady, and so yeah, it was quite emotional. Red Arrows, Fraser Baines. Red Arrows into Fairford Sunday for Silverstone display from 11:30. So, okay, are they doing an actual display now? Oh, Hammy Inc. had a 22-year career in the RAF, the Royal Air Force. Thank you, sir, for your services. Contribution, should I say, and service. 22 years, wow. It's a long time, isn't it? Fair play. Paul MK, China East. Oh, okay, I think that's what Paul MK is saying about the... oh, talking of China Eastern, there you go, look. Wouldn't that be funny if that had China Eastern Cargo written on it? Well, not really, but... Are they normally grey engine cows? I thought they were white engine cows. Let's see if her port cows are the same grey finish. I like an engine cow, a grey engine cow myself. Don't mind that at all. Bit of Lufthansa about it. Obviously, cheap but a paint, innit? Loads of still coming off. John Robinson, BA787-9, just airborne out of Dublin to London Heathrow for a non-standard flight number. With a non-standard flight number. John Robinson saying that. Julie, have you seen that? BA787-9 out of Dublin, coming in towards London Heathrow. Non-standard flight number. Maybe a freighter mission or something like that. What is IIRC? Do what? $787-9, yeah. Just taken off apparently. Say it, Dad. Fly Emirates 380, just talking about how steep and how quick that Virgin 330 went up. Yeah, probably, you never know. But I do know that they bring fish into London Heathrow. Some of it gets portioned off for the UK market, whilst they continue on shipments of all sorts of general freight. But a lot of fish they do with Virgin Atlantic. Wow, Leslie Donaldson. Loganair do beach landings on the Isle of Barra with twin otters. Nice. That's a bit of Anchorage style, out on the flats kind of thing, isn't it? Really? Michael Casey, Delta are making a big profit in the last quarter. Well, to be honest with you, the US domestic market, folks, I mean, you can almost classify east to west coast travel in the US as long haul, and that's why you'll get Dreamliners, Maxes, 321s flying those long haul flights from New York to Los Angeles, but also within the US, all that massive amount of domestic traffic, you can fully understand why. I think if you break it down, I think you break it down in terms of deltas. Europe, domestic versus international. I think the majority, and I might be wrong, and if I am, I'm very sorry, but I'd imagine that the majority of that profit will come from their domestic operations. Paul Henry, not sure about Duxford at the moment because I think that Duxford is covered by, let's just have a little look here. Oh, there we go, Ben Brown, another BA 787-9 went up to Dublin on a positioning flight about 2 hours ago. Sean Pierce tuning in from Stonehenge. Good day to you, my friend. Zoe Marie, 28. Reke Rat, just seen elsewhere, only 3% of flights today are cargo. 3% of what? London Heathrow traffic? Is that Reke Rat? Tony McCall, that Dreamliner has been in Dublin since the 11th, might have been getting some attention on the paint. Very good point, that, because of course, they do have, let me now, just stubbed me toe, haven't I? Nice. Still loading it up. That's very interesting what Reke Rat was saying there. Just only 3% of flights today are cargo. That must mean London Heathrow, I'd have thought. Only 3%. Yeah, but hold on a minute. If that's pure cargo carrier flights and not including the belly freight, because belly freight is massive. The majority of what is inside these passenger jets that you're seeing, well, at least the larger jets, is belly freight. There'll be some e-commerce on board the likes of these jets here, but in general, they will be flying passengers mostly, as will these domestic and European flights with, well, generally the single aisle stuff. Most of it anyway, for the domestic carriers, even SAS and the like, you know. And that's why sometimes you see the likes of today, Iberia only operating their 321 because they didn't have a tremendous amount of belly freight, so they just operated their 321. Fly Emirates 380 thinking that JetBlue will come into Heathrow early tomorrow morning. Petros, good afternoon, tuning in from Florida. John Robertson. I've just seen this, that was scary incident. Baltic BCS3 at Copenhagen. A220, just July the 11th, 2021. Both engines shut down automatically on touchdown. That is very weird. Wow. All I can put that down to is when the pilot called for reversers, and the engines just decided, no, I'm not having any of that, and went pop or shut down. But that's very, very weird, very peculiar. Can easily mistake that for a 757, can't you? At that angle. Yeah, I bet. Oh, okay, right. I didn't know that. Right. Got a new member, Ellie H. Ellie is a new member. Welcome, Ellie. Good to see you. Airboss is here. Good day to you, my friend Tony McCall. Oh, Ellie, sorry. Eli, sorry. Eli, sorry. My apologies, Eli. Ellie would be double L, wouldn't it? I think I'm terrible, am I? Sorry, Eli. Hodgie, back to work. See you later, my friend. Iberia 350 in 3 minutes. Daniel Morgan, there we go. Iberia 350 in 3 minutes. So completely blown my theory out of the water there. But recently, to be honest, they have been operating mainly. Today I have been mainly operating my 330 and 350, but that has been mainly their operations recently, unless of course I've missed the 321. Maybe they just had a requirement for more passengers regarding less than freight. Rosalind Matter. Well, Rosalind, the plan is that we're going to keep an eye on that JetBlue 321. But bear in mind, it's not. First of all, it's not the first time in. Okay, I'm not trying to make excuses here, but it's not the first, because we are going to be out here tomorrow, but we might not be out here as early as 3 o'clock. However, and of course, don't forget that tomorrow they will also be on 09 operations. So it depends on what we do tomorrow. But this is once again a scouting mission for JetBlue. Obviously. Setting up, maybe they're doing some dummy runs, you know, with some of their staff as passengers or something like that, you know, because at the end of the day, you've got to see how what the service is like and train the crew up. No, it's tomorrow. Saturday's qualifying. No. No. Practice for FP1 and FP2 today. FP3 tomorrow, yeah. But don't talk about it, man, because I don't want to nose fastest or anything like that, because I'm recording it and I want to watch it when I get home. If that's all right, folks. Please don't mention the war. Mentioned it once, but I think I got away with it. Leave it out. John, leave it out. Oh, Max Thompson, that's very kind of you. Oh, you guys are all legends, each and every one of you. And I know that there's a lot of folks who are members like to just sit in the background, listen to my dulcet tones, watch the planes. Oh. Well, I don't quite understand that, because normally the normal procedure is FP1, FP2 on Fridays, qualifying on Saturdays, unless they're trying that new sprint race thing out, where they have one race on Saturday and then a grid change or something like that. I don't know. Rab H, yes, I am recording all the Formula One action this afternoon. So please, folks, don't, if you can refrain from talking about it, that would really help me, because otherwise I can't look down at the comments and I'm missing out. Can we talk about planes, please, folks? It'd be really helpful if we could. Anyway, that's what it's there for, anyway. So, yeah. Few people have asked before. Hello. There's your Iberia 330. Wow, he's rolling it a long way out. He's not in a hurry to get back to the terminal, is he? Blimey. Blimey. It's the longest rollout we've seen today, apart from the jumbo, I think. Ah, Darren Golding, lucky man. Nigel Mansell's moustache we used to have, didn't we? Whatever happened to Nigel Mansell's moustache? Did it get reclaimed or something? Yeah. Big old 200 screaming out of the left or the right runway there, look. Oh, there we go, Alistair Burkett. There we go. That's there's a viewer right there and a member. Just likes to sit back, relax, and watch. Fortunately, we've got a bit of breeze. Imagine how many people, Gilly, you could get come running out of the kitchen when they got the TV on and the sound on, and they're like, well, nothing's happening at the moment. Oh my God, look at that! And they're like, straight up flipping saucepans flying everywhere. Sorry. What's that? Chris B has delivered. It's official. Oh. Flipping heck, that's annoying. Isn't that crazy, man? We catch a guy coming in on a plane, and half an hour later he's bringing me a coffee. That's insane, man. That is just big old bank out of this girl here. Look at that. Say that's quite an interesting route, unless he takes another big yank to the left. Very interesting route for that American triple. Right. Where's he going then? That's a very odd route for that triple. American triple. Wow. Keep an eye on that. Len Cartwright. Good afternoon, Len. He's a new member right here on Big Jet TV. Don't forget, folks, we've got Little Granston air show that we're going to be doing. I will look into Duxford, but I think, to be honest with you, I think they're already taken care of. And we don't want to go stepping on people's toes, folks. And actually, you know what? I seem to recall oh no, that's long gone, isn't it? All that virtual stuff. Oh, he has. I think he's turned left. That American. Crazy, crazy route he took there. David Crook loving the Iberia 350. Lee Redman. Cool, good for you. I'd take it, mate. Captain Ron. Terrible news coming out of Germany at the moment. Yes, indeed. We did mention them earlier on, Ron, about our good friends out there in Germany, and of course. Don't forget the folks in Holland as well, going through some pretty bad stuff as well at the moment. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And you know it'll be pretty boring. But hey, you know what? If I go and find a spot and park the van somewhere, and it's on private land, speak to the farmer or something like that, you've come low stream on my land to mind out for the pigs though, and I'll come out to feed them. I'd go and stand in a pig field for you folks all day long if it meant streaming planes. TCC saying, Novedita saying the favourite plane in her career was the 737. Yeah. Coming from an analogue system with the A300 before. Hello, Raw Jordanian. He's got his jihadi jeans on it. Yay. Reminds me of the the fella on Harry Enfield, wasn't it? The footballer, football manager, was it? Italian Geordie, or whatever his name. Grazie Modoralia, Voromans, Defamasi Modolia, Chris Waddle, like. Barry Quinlan, next BA 787-10, taking off. Is my plane taking me from Boston to London Heathrow tonight? Wow. So this 787-10 no man, no. We've killed it over the last couple of days, man. Give us a bit of a break. We've got to have a lie-in tomorrow, man. I mean, when I say a lie-in, I'm always up by sort of like 7 o'clock, 7:30 anyway. But when I say up, I'm awake. I like to have a, but having to get up at 4 o'clock twice on the bump yesterday and today is a bit much. So give us a break, mate, and we'll be out tomorrow afternoon for some sunset action. I think we'll have, shall we? Get some sunset action. Aye. Oh, door's closed, and the rear light is on as well. Well, yeah. Oh, cheers to Chris again. I don't know if he's in the. He's in blue sky white light, but I'll tell you what, Chris. I did a couple of. David Cook loving the livery on the royal chair, dear. Blimey, Rob 747 has been up at 4:30 in the morning all week on earlies. Fair play. I won't say, because someone will send it to me in the PO box, won't they? Big old lump of cheese in PO box 747. There's old Matt Thompson, yeah. As a former cabin manager, the airline I worked for went bust. I miss getting up at 03:30. Yeah, but surely you didn't go to bed at 11 o'clock at night every night, did you? I mean, I'm in bed by 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I'm 58. I'm not like 22 or something like that. I wish I was, but I know some people are quite used to being up. I don't mind getting up early, don't get me wrong, but it's hard work, man. Very hard, especially when you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You've got to drive for 3 hours, then stand there for 7 hours, then drive back for another 3 hours, and then get up the next morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's the workload that comes with it, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Yeah, mentally and physically tiring, isn't it? Oh, we're going to get a good look. Hey, is that the 7-8? No, he's just come in, is he? Is that 7-8-10? Just no, can't have done. What's he doing coming down here though? Blimey, Rab H. He's up at 4:30 a.m. every day, but back in bed by 4:30 a.m. Brilliant. Petros, that AA, the American, is a late departure to the US, maybe to LA. Well, from New York to LA. That would be even worse because LAX is a full 180 round to the right. Normally, the bank for the Americans. Oh, there's the 787 that she's going out on from Chicago, flying out to London Heathrow. From Chicago to London Heathrow tomorrow. I think that's the one. Lufty 320 Star Alliance livery on finals. There we go. Blimey, Melody falls asleep at 4 p.m. Look at that. Lorraine Wilmot, up every day at 4:45 every day, just my time, awake with the birds. It is a lovely time of the day, isn't it? Waking with the birds, tweeting. You get up or even before, when they're just starting to get, especially in the winter when I have to get up at stupid o'clock and it's pitch dark out there at 4 o'clock and you get the odd bird like sort of like just waking up, you know, you're actually waking the birds up yourself. That's when it's crazy in the winter. What a great driving shot we had today with Air India, driving alongside their Dreamliner. Again, I cannot say thank you enough to London Heathrow and to the ops teams, the drivers, and as importantly, the operations manager, the team leader who was on this morning. I don't know who he was, but obviously, you know, sometimes they can say, no, we can't do it, we haven't got the availability, or whatever it might be. But fortunately for us, I think possibly down to the volume of traffic that's out there, they were more than happy to help out. And it is always great, once again, there you go, to get such a warm welcome from the ops teams, one of whom I had worked with before up at Stansted with the IL-76 and Volga Donetsk way back in the day. It's a long time ago, that was. Wow, Lee Davis wakes at 6 a.m. even when he goes to bed at 2 a.m. 4 hours sleep. Nah, I can't do that. That's unhealthy, isn't it? Well, it would be for me anyway. Especially with, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the morning, an early morning, crisp early morning, no traffic, no nothing going on. Just the birds waking up. But when you've got to jump in the van and drive, God knows where. I think the gnarliest one has got to be Coningsby, isn't it? Doing a Coningsby. Mind you, I stay up there now, don't I? Yeah, once you're off that one motorway section, that's it, bosh, yeah. Coningsby is about half of it is actually, or at least it feels like half of it is on a single lane carriageway B road, you know, and it's gnarly. Is that can't be the Dreamliner, is it? No, that's still just taxiing now. It's a 350. Wow, it's long. No? Dreamliner. Is that a 10 as well? See, this is your normal routing for the US. So this might be her aircraft. Is that the one that's taking her, bringing her back to London Heathrow? Is that Chicago bound, is it? There was somebody on here just saying that 787-10 that's taxiing out is my aircraft that I'll be flying into London Heathrow back on. Yeah. I thought it was a girl. Oh, was it? Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. Big old super stretch 777. Any update from yeah. It was Barry Quinlan, right, okay, there we go. Definitely not a girl then. Look at that big wing, man. Is that what he's saying? No, we'll get it, we'll get it. Cal Weatherdew, good afternoon to you. Blimey, Rabbage for cycling at 4 AM. Best time to go, to be honest with you. Especially if you're on the road. Blimey. Healthy chick. Shout out to the engines. You can watch your plane take off across the pond. It will fly for 6 to 7, 8 hours land, and in 2 hours up in the air again. Yeah, with maybe sometimes just a little top up of oil, but other times nothing at all. It is amazing the life cycle of these incredible engines. Well, more so the modern ones. Oh, hello. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's gone off, isn't it? It's gone off. Stand by. Flipping heck. Yeah, I know. Oof, I could crush a grape. That was a bit scary. Super smashing grape. No, it wasn't that. It was the lead. Because I was using the camera 2 today, wasn't I? And one. A Marcus Repole, BA 787 from Dublin on finals. That's her there. So has she, as somebody mentioned, had a little touch up of paint? Doesn't look like it. She's filthy dirty. Look, fuselage is all, mind you, just been one section, but they wouldn't do that. Surely they wouldn't. I'll tell you what, it's got a very clean set of wheels and tyres there. It may have just been a Oh really? Who's saying that? Oh, Mark Hudson, thank you very much indeed. I thought that we'd done that when we did the Virgin Atlantic 747 retirement show, but we still go on and do what we can, get as much stuff as we can. Got a very interesting meeting on Monday, folks, with one of the military stations. I'm actually meeting with the station commander on Monday. Can you believe it? Of a very well-known military station. Travelling up there on Monday to go and meet him, and it will be an honour to have a chat with him. And he's called us up, or they've called us up, and look forward to doing that, and hopefully bringing you some more intense aviation action from one of the military stations, maybe next week. Got anything on next Wednesday, Gilly? That I can think of? I don't think we have we? I think we've got, mind you, they're still doing unrestricted, I think Mike telling us that they're still doing unrestricted takeoffs on Fridays at RAF Lakenheath. That's the inaugural passenger service, is it? Okay, yeah. And what time is that? Do we know? Is it scheduled at the moment, or? Yeah, but that's worth it, isn't it? We should actually give them a call and see if they want us live airside to cover it for them. Can you just have a little look to see if you can get a is there a UK contact? Snap them up. Very popular though. They're very popular. Keith Cornell, if you're meeting the station manager, put a tie on. I think it's very obviously dress very respectably. Mug Olsen, greetings from Denmark. There we go, our new member there. I hope I'm getting it right, Mug Olsen. I do apologise if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. But we'll be here for at least another 2 hours, I would have thought. Marcus, Asiana 350 from Seoul in 5 minutes. Thank you for that. Rosie W, good afternoon to you. Hope you're all warm enough, blimey. Does anyone know if the virtual RIAT is happening tomorrow? Well, I'm sure, Rosie, somebody will say on here. I mean, I would have said that Google their website and just Google Google RIAT virtual air show, and that should bring you up a decent enough answer. Beautiful going past, when I did go past, when I left EMA, was it EMA? That time when I went past Duxford on the way home? Or was it Lakenheath? Was it perhaps Lakenheath? Anyway, Sally B was in there, the B-17. Oh, cargo jet, cargo jet. Yeah, yeah. Festival of Creativity. Right there, the workhorse of the BA fleet. Oh. Oh. Daniel Hill bingo cards for Sunday. How many Jerryisms they can call? I call out. Mirrorman Asiana 350 turning onto finals. Thank you for that. There we go. Keith Cornell Riyadh 2021 Virtual Air Show is on at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, 17th of July. Tune in if you want, folks. I'm sure you'll have a lovely time. Lights I see. Is lights I see underneath the jumbo jet. That's the tug lights. Looks like they're illuminated. Joe Thompson, might be a silly question. Nothing on here is a silly question, Joe. Let's just make that straight. You can ask any question and it won't be seen as silly. But why are some of the aircraft blue on flight radar and some yellow? I think the ones that are blue are delayed. Is that right, Jilly? Oh, okay. Yellow, blue is tracked by satellite. The other one is ADS-B. Is it ADS-B? See, there's your new livery. Just got used to it now. You're just gonna get used to it. Still, always favour the orange cowled variant myself. Zoe Marie Nevadita now just 15 minutes out from Delhi. Great that people have been tracking her all the way. And interestingly enough, also. We'll send her a little message, shall we, Judy, when she lands, just to say welcome home, welcome, come on in and close the door. Who was that? something and Marie or something like that. No, I don't know, whatever. Peters and Lee or something like that, wasn't it? You've been gone. Do, 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 do. That was back in the days of Val Doonican and all that, wasn't it? Val Doonican. I really curious. Josh Powers, yellow ones are any terrestrial tracking source, I think, radar or ADS-B. Joe Thompson. Aircon in the back of the van. No aircon in the back of the van, Wayne. In fact, it's quite interesting that the back of the van actually stays very, very cool, regardless of what temperatures they are. Oh, is this the one, Julie? What was it? Mike Charlie, was it? The Alitalia? Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh! Which one is it? The Champions. The Champions! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. They should put a little, okay, a Euro Cup insignia on there. Or maybe a little, how many, they've won, God knows how many World Cups and stuff, but I don't know, whatever. The gold stars would look pretty cool on there, wouldn't they? Here. Blue Max. Addition of being an air and rail fan. Crazy as well. Just reading, all 737 have to be checked. Something to do with the switches that control cabin air pressure. In the USA, that is Jerry Hattrick talking about. Very interesting. Of course, Boeing have actually stopped production temporarily for their Boeing 747, pushing back for their 787 program due to some structural issues that have been missed out. Sorry, folks. Okay, remember, ladies and gents, this is a bonus show. It's not a usual show. It's just we've come out here today, if you've just joined us, to film this guy, he's a first officer. He's pilot Mike. He's on board with all his other crew. Just want to say a quick hello to Lorna Ferguson. Thank you, Hazel Smith, 747 moving. Sonia Keenan also on the move. Just to give you a quick rundown of who these guys are. They are, the landing weight, by the way, was 325 tons on that 747 when she arrived earlier. So the captain's name is, let me just grab this quickly, is and of course his family tuning in as well, from Manchester, Mike's family. Captain name is Van Wyck. It's got a whole rundown of them somewhere there. So we've got Captain Stefan Van Wyck, or it's Vic. I don't know how to pronounce that, whether it's a V or a W, but it is spelt with a W-Y-K. Stefan Van Wyck. First Officer Adam Hames, himself, Pilot Mike, and Second Officer Tendai Naomi. So 4 crew members on board, and I'd imagine what they're doing is they're doing rotations, just because this is a ULH flight operation where they're not allowed to disembark the aircraft And a great shame for this guy as well. I mean, he was with his family, can't even get to meet his family, which is a great shame. And if they're tuning in from Manchester at the moment, hello to all of his family and to all of the other guys' families as well. And he's just told us, pushing back now. And that another, did I say welcome to Lorna? I hope I did. Hello, Lorna. John Grinham, I missed the I'd imagine you mean the Renaissance Hotel spotting. John, how can you possibly miss having so much clutter in the way of you? You know, I mean, I can appreciate some of the pushbacks that we got were great, and I have no doubt that we will go back to the Renaissance at some point. I think it's the end of October that these guys are going to be reviewing the situation in regards to. It's more likely going to be November. The quarantine hotels. Maybe they'll reduce the amount of quarantine hotels, but most certainly nothing's going to happen before the end of October. Andy Joy, welcome back, Andy. Good to see you here. Aaron Homeyard, that's a very kind offer. Thank you very much indeed. But we are all good for moderators. That's very, very kind of you, my friend. Cal Weatherdew, Cairo to Heathrow 787 turning onto finals. I've got him now. This 747 is just about to move. This is what we're here for, after all, folks. Like I say, it's not a standard prescribed show, so to speak. But once this 747, how far out is that 380? Bill Stafford is a new member. Welcome, Bill. Josh Powers, indeed, it is an 8F. Actually, the dash 747-8 IF, I think, intercontinental freighter. In fact, what it's given on my radar app on Plane Finder, 747-867F. Obviously, right down to the nuts and bolts, nitty gritty variant with maybe some different bits and bobs on it compared to other variants. But in general, most of the technology, they're given the 8 designation purely because of the fact that they've taken quite a lot of technology from the 787 Dreamliner and used it on the 747-8. One particular big part of that being the General Electric Gen X engines. I think some of the flight surfaces, as opposed to being hydraulically operated, I think they're electrical. I think certainly the droops, as they used to be called back in the day, the leading edge slats that you see drooping down there between the engines, they are electronically operated. They do have, I believe, a hydraulic backup system, but no electric brakes like with the 787. But I believe that also quite a lot of the flight management systems, the glass cockpit has borrowed quite a bit from the 787 program. Going to be a great view for some people down at Sierra right now, because it looks like this jumbo is going to taxi all the way down Sierra And so if you're down at that Esso garage, it's a fantastic view. Oh. It's showing London Heathrow straight through to Hong Kong, Jilly, on my app. That's a long leg, isn't it? Big super stretch. I think it was an extra, was it an additional 22 feet in length of the 747 and on the 8. And also, what is it's a bigger wing, a thicker wing to obviously compensate for the extra length, and also the engines. Not so much the engines, because it's in terms of the weight of the engines compared to the older engines. Those GenXs actually probably weigh less than the CF6s, I think. I don't know actually what the weight of a CF6 is versus, or whatever power plant their 747 fleet uses, RB211s or whatever they might be, on their 400 freighters. Okay, need to keep an eye on him because he's disappearing off now behind those big petrol storage. I think he's going to taxi out down there. Should appear, that's the end of Sierra. In fact, you know what? The end of Sierra is all the way over there. That's just taxiing around to Sierra, I think. Or he's actually on it now, but we'll soon see. God bless you. Got your Bill Stafford. Welcome. There she goes. Behind one of the satellite Terminal 5, one of the satellite terminals there that is connected underground with the main Terminal 5 over there. As I explained earlier on, that is Terminal 5. These are Terminal 5 satellite buildings. That's the cargo hub over there. This is Terminal 3 that you see here, connected with Terminal 2. That's the main Terminal 2 and 3 concourse area over there. That further down there is that's actually Terminal 3 there that you see with Virgin and Delta, and Terminal 2 is all the way down yonder. Terminal 4 is over the other side of that building, out of sight and out of mind, right? Wow. Look, can you see? You see, Julie, look how far away it is. Look, I can. So next time I'm on the Hilton Garden Inn roof, I should be able to. If I put my flag up here, I'll be able to see it, won't I? Huh? Right. GP copy. Oh. See? This is what I call one of the hybrid 320s. It's a CEO, but it's got the Neo wing on it. Just missing those big LEAP engines. Here she goes now, GP. steep she's going up. No, that's a short trip to Charles de Gaulle, isn't it? He said he's going to CDG. So the radar's wrong, isn't it? Thanks for entertaining us, Mike, or whoever was at the controls. Here we go. Another little crank over to the right. Of course, the last two 747s to come from the Boeing plant, well, I should say it's not the because they're already the last two 747s that are going to become Air Force One are actually they are aircraft that were parked in the desert and bought for a bargain basement price by the US government, Trump actually at the time. But the last two, I think it's Atlas Air, the last one's going to Atlas Air, isn't it, I think? And there she goes, folks, off on her way to Charles de Gaulle, and then obviously at some point making its way back to Hong Kong. There we go. Keith Cornell, Nivedita is safely home. Hip hip hurrah. Let me just see. Oh, here we go. What was that? A380, 27,000 feet, Cal Weather Dude. Okay, so she's still at relative cruise altitude, but descending by the sounds of it. So we've got to get that. Let me just send... Okay, I've just welcomed Nivedita home, and we have to finish the show. Airbus A380.
24,000 feet and approaching the estuary near Clacton on radar. Cal Weather Dude saying. Jeffrey Dingle, AL162 just arrived in Delhi. There we go. Thank you, Jeffrey. There we go. Rob 747 saw it go past his house. Wow, has the ram gone out yet? Let me just have a look. Ian Morrison, lovely words, thank you, sir. Oh, is it? Videro, okay, cool. Emirates 380, there we go. Burnham on Crouch. Blimey. Videro's second out. So if anybody's wondering, folks, you may not have seen it yet, but Videro are the only operator into London Heathrow, and I was waiting for a good couple of years, 2 or 3 years, I think. How long was it since I did that piece with Embraer TV at 3 years ago? Dying. Oh, was it? Was it 3 years ago today? That is insane. I've been dying to see the E-Jet E2, the E2 E-Jet, the Profit Hunter, as they call it, from Embraer. Direct competitor, of course, with the A220. This aircraft, I believe, sporting the Pratt & Whitney PW1700G engine, and great looking livery. And hopefully see a lot more of them. Hoping to get out to Zurich as well to see Swissair's fleet of A220s and E2 E-Jets as well. Of course, we see Swissair's 220s all the time. I meant their E2 E-Jet. The E-Jet. So that's that little fella. So now we're waiting for this Embraer to grace us with her presence. She's on finals now. Melanie Lester, take very good care. Take good care of yourself. Hats off to you. A great coverage of Navadita's retirement flight. Ananth, thank you very much indeed. It's an absolute pleasure. I'm always worried about whether or not I've done a good job. You know, I'm always, regardless of how long I've been doing it for, it's nervous. I'm always nervous the night before and nervous when I go there, and things always change invariably, you know. But no, we seem to get it done today. So here you go, folks. Look at the wings on this thing. Compare it to other Embraers. Look at the all-new raked wingtip. And of course, those massive windows. Bigger than any single-aisle jet I know of. And interestingly enough, something that Embraer have not really embraced with any of their marketing material, perhaps because it already had big windows on it, so they perhaps didn't make a huge point of it during the marketing. But for those who are new to the aircraft, who haven't flown it before, it is very, very noticeable. Comfy aircraft, big overhead storage, and what is noticeable is the massive window. Hodgie agreed with me when we flew on that KLM one back from Schiphol. But there you go, you see the raked wingtip. I think Boeing was trying to buy into a big slice of this, weren't they? And that deal never came off, did it? Especially now. I think it was something that was planned pre-COVID, and of course I think that got knocked on the head for the time being anyway.
lovely jet, big engines, Pratt & Whitney's. So obviously when the aircraft went into its design stages, the aircraft manufacturer would have put the tender out to the engine manufacturers to see whether or not they wanted to supply the power plants for these new single aisle jets like the A220, 320neo, the Neo, the small Airbus fleets and the Embraers, and of course the A220 Airbus, which wow. Lawn dart. Nice. I like that. CF34 engine, I think. Believe it or not, but that's the same engine that powers the A10 Tank Buster. Well, not that engine, but the military version of it. But engines look too big for the plane. Yeah, one could be. You do understand that when you look at it, they do look massive, but they work perfectly. Don't have any issues with ground clearance and the like. Barry Quinlan. Yeah, good point. It's like the E2 has the best comparison engine size, engine cowl, outer diameter compared to the fuselage diameter. I think you'll find that it's the fuselage will be quite considerably larger, but I see what you mean. It does look pretty damn big. Marked like a splash of yellow next to the, I suppose, BA. Here goes Chris's ride from this morning, from this afternoon. Cool. 380 is okay. We should be able to spot Emirates on the horizon. Hello there. Sorry about that. Stand by. Wow! Lakenheath today, most of FFB went unrestricted. Oh, but you know, you can never be at the right place at the right time. Thanks, Mikey. Just keep me posted on that. See, this is why I'm having this meeting next week with one of the station commanders from one of the bases. I won't say which, purely down to the fact of respecting their privacy. But the meeting I will have with them will be to be able to try and get some kind of exclusive notification from them as to what operations they're going to be on. Say, like you know, if they have a program during the week, you know, if it's standard procedures at Lakenheath or wherever it might be, or at Coningsby, or at Mildenhall, or any of the other Air Force bases. It's always nice to get some kind of. Mike is a great one for that, but you know, even though he's got his head to the ground, it's his ear to the ground. Sorry, his head to the ground. It's always good to have information from as best sources you can possibly get. When I say best source, Mike is a great source, but it's always great to have to know what's happening on the day, so to speak. Mike gives us great feedback and information about heads up about what's in there, and so on and so forth. But it's always a very difficult thing to predict what's going to be going on at these bases, as it is anywhere really. So any kind of like information that we can get as a heads up is always very, very helpful. 380 is obviously he's going to be turning. Oh, okay, no, there he is. He should be. There he is now. I've got him. Okay. Gary Sibble. Back in the room. 3, 2, 1, you're back in the room. Okay, this should be able to get it. You can clearly see she's on descent. Cabin crew doing their final checks. It's funny, isn't it, when you have a meal, especially on these short haul flights, you know, the European Euro flights like Frankfurt and all that, or even somewhere like Schiphol, which is so short. You know, you're up in the air and they start serving the sandwiches and all. You're like, are they going to finish all of this? Are they going to get round everyone by the time we land? And yeah, they always seem to. Andy P. Yes. If you've, we have actually edited today's show, taking out all those segments where we held up Nivedita's holding screen, which is the thumbnail that you see at the beginning. But there were segments in there which were sort of like 10, 15, and in one instance 20 minutes long, where we were going from one position to another, and we obviously had to break the feed because we were moving around the airport. Is that done yet, Jilly? Or oh, okay. Got to get on the case again with the boys and girls up there at Thingamajig, haven't we? Oh, Nivedita's just messaged me to say awesome. Thank you, and from everybody here, very, very happy retirement. And again, like I said, can't wait to put a nice little keepsake piece together for her family that they can reflect back on over the years. Nivedita's saying that she's planning on doing some more gliding. I went gliding once. I didn't get on with it. I looked as white as a ghost when I came back. I'll be honest with you. I did not look good. And it looked even worse because I was going through my phase of having me flipping like greased back long hair. Looked like a proper idiot. Not long hair, but you know, don't know what I was trying to look like actually. I think it was a bit Spandau Ballet-ish maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I had this big white puffy jacket on, even more stupid. 1980s, isn't it, you know. Mind you, I think it was because we'd just been for a bleeding great big full English breakfast down at the boozer, the local boozer. Not had a drink obviously because it was in the morning, but I think that's why I didn't like the idea that there was that it was just motion and there wasn't any engine. You can go as fast as you like, you can do whatever you like as long as it's got an engine. But gliding was like, oh, Norman Collier, Gilly, have we got a problem, Gilly? Audio and video breaking up. Norman Collier, it's buffering. No, it's not just one person. It's okay. Shall I turn the audio? Let's turn the mic off and turn it on again. I'll just turn the video, the video. Audio okay now, Merryman? Oh, isn't it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's right though, to be honest with you. How many circuits has that guy done today? Make sure that 380, was that 380 on approach, GP? Here she comes. I've got her. Okay folks, 380, inbound. Beast on final, that's Hazel Smith.
beast is lined up, Bootle lad. Mirrorman. Paul Skilling's back just in time. We're just about to finish on. Flight Radar 24 is frozen on me as well. Gary Sidwell, sorry. Mark Solomon, thank you. 380 completed her turn all lined up. Homie the man. 380, thank you very much indeed. Reke Rat. Okay, here we go then, folks. Way for the beast. Bootle one. John Gridham, Egypt S 787. Looking good on a 787. Okay. She's got a little bit of crabbing going on, but nothing too bad. I'm not positioning myself on it at the moment, folks, because the roof is in where. Brandon Plane Spotter. It's the Orange Expo 2020. What are they doing about that? Have they moved that over to? It's got to be 2022, hasn't it? Okay, here we go. Just didn't get moved on then, no? We've got 3 separate guests using the Blue Sky Suite right now. It's quite full actually. Here we go. He'll roll it all the way down there because that's where he's parking it. Stand, is it 245, which was the stand that we were at this morning? More or less the same stand as what Air India are at. Was it 245 or something like that? 244, 245? George Adams, the 747-8. Mike is 17 minutes from touchdown in CDG. Wow. Fat Albert 380. Right then, folks, that's your lot. So, we will be back tomorrow. What are we thinking? Something like 5 o'clock, Jilly? Something like that? Something like 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon or something, folks. I know we are possibly, I mean, let's just see how we go. We might possibly miss, we will probably miss Blue, is it Blue Air? JetBlue, sorry, with their 320. But listen, they're going to be coming in again. This is just a recce flight for these guys. They're just sort of like, you know, making sure that before they start bringing passengers in, they've got everything in place. You know, the baggage handling, the check-in hall, and all that kind of stuff. So that's something that's obviously really important for them to get right, because they want your experience to be a flawless one when you fly with them in the upcoming months or years, whatever it might be, by the time we get out to bleed in Australia, to America, might be, I don't know, wherever. But anyway, thanks very much for tuning in. Thank you to Mike, Pilot Mike, on the Cathay 747, and hope you enjoyed that. Enjoy the rest of your day. We will be back tomorrow around about 5 p.m. Look out for this show update on the app. That'll show you exactly when we're going to be. So look after yourselves, and we'll see you later. Cheers, bye. You can go foot to cut like.